Welcome to today's class. We are going to begin with our new chapter, Natural Vegetation and Wildlife. Moving on to the topic, Natural Vegetation. So, what is vegetation? Vegetation means within a particular area or an habitat, we will be having a set of plants, no? Whatever the plants or the trees within an area or a particular habitat is refers to as a vegetation. When it comes for natural vegetation, all the plants or trees have been formed without any human help. Okay, they have grown themselves without any human help. They are naturally grown. These plants are referred to as natural vegetation. So the plants or trees which have grown without the help of humans, which are grown naturally, are referred to as natural vegetation. Natural vegetation refers to a plant community, that is a group of plants within an area, which has grown naturally without human aid and has been left undisturbed by humans for a longer time. The term flora denotes all the plant species or plants of a particular region or period. Similarly, fauna refers to animal species of a particular region or period. Flora and fauna, very important terms in natural vegetation and wildlife. Flora means plants, fauna means animals. When we consider our country, India is very much rich in biodiversity. It means India country has so many varieties of plants and animal species. Okay, with about 47,000 plant species and approximately 90,000 species of animals, India is rich with flora and fauna. As well as India is one of the 12 mega biodiversity countries of the world. This huge diversity in flora and fauna kingdom is due to the following factors which we are going to see one by one. So, how or why is India having so much of biodiversity? That depends on relief factors and climatic factors. We are going to see relief factors and climatic factors one by one. Relief. What do you mean by a relief? Relief means, with respect to geography, they are the elevation points in an area. For example, if it is an highest elevation, then it can be a mountain, right? If it is the lowest elevation, then it can be a valley. Okay, can you understand, ma? It is a elevation point in an area. It can be higher or lower. That is called as a relief with respect to geography. Now, under relief, we are having land factors. Land somehow affects the natural vegetation either directly and indirectly. I'm sorry, both directly and indirectly. Why? Because all the vegetation are found on the land, right? The nature of the land influences the type of vegetation. For example, whenever a land is rough, the vegetation may vary. Whenever the land is smooth, the vegetation may vary. Okay, like that. The undulating and rough terrains. Undulating means, see, you will be having a road like this. When you see from a distance, it will be in the shape of a wave. The outline will be in the form of a wave. So it will have smooth ups and downs. That is undulating. So the undulating and rough terrains means a stretch of road or a land which is very rough in nature, are areas where grasslands and woodlands develop and give shelter to a variety of wildlife or animals. Next factor under relief is the soil. See, soil is found above the land. So soil is also one of the important factor. Soils also vary over space. So based on area, the soils vary. Okay, some places it can be alluvial soil, some places can be black soil, some soils can be fertile, some soils will not be fertile, and some soils will be well drained. Certain soils will not be well drained, like that. Different types of soil provide basis for different types of vegetation. So based on the soil, the vegetation, the types of plants grown on the soil also differs. The sandy soils of the desert support cactus and thorny bushes, while wet, marshy and deltoid soils support mangroves and deltoid vegetation. Yes, so based on the soil, The vegetation differs. These are the examples of that point. Hill slopes with some depth of soil have conical trees. So, based on land and soil, the type of vegetation differs.